Welcome back. It's me again on the ILFL Soccer Night Show. Do you know what we have to talk about now? We have to talk about the Veterans League Cup. Last week, lots of teams got together, thrashed it out, played some knockout football. I saw lots of nil-nils when I had a look at some of those results. But those of you that managed to score a goal, managed to get yourself through to the next round. Can I show you a graphic on the screen? Can we put that up on the screen? Can anybody see it? Can everybody see it? Oh, you know what, the technical boys, they weren't ready for me. You see, now they have to do all their magic behind. There we go. Yeah, I'm sorry it looks like that, but today you have to see that. Can you see that? These are the guys that qualified for the Veterans League Cup quarter-final. The ELS Vets up against the Workhouse Vets. Now, that's a fixture that was played a few times last time round. London Tigers Vets versus Bromley Legends. Wow, we could talk about the Bromley Legends. What's happened to you guys this season now? The Stepney Legends versus the Hawk and Eagle Vets. This is one time when I can say it's not a foregone conclusion that Stepney are going to win it. And then we have Weavers and Sire. Was that the cup final?
No, Weavers, actually, yes, 2 seasons ago. Yeah. No, it was the Tigers versus Sire, it wasn't. Oh. Weavers won it twice.
Weavers have won it twice, yes, yeah. I understand. But Sire might want to have some of that. Let me talk about Stepney Legends versus Hawk and Eagle Vets. I remember sitting here maybe a season or two ago, and Nanny would be sitting to my right, and he would be talking up the Hawk and Eagle Vets, and Rashid would be sitting to my left, almost trying not to fall out of his chair, laughing. Now what can we say about the Hawk and Eagle Vets?
I think obviously the proof is in the pudding. Obviously qualified for the quarterfinals, but it's a tough ask. To be fair, I think when we had the draw, to have 4 Premiership sides in one group, it made it, I think, slightly, not the word easier, but more challenging for the other 3 groups, because you only had 1 Premiership side. So the Division 1 and 2 that qualified had an easier task than you normally have, because we normally never had a 4 Premiership side in one group. Mm-hmm. The group of death in Group B, when you had Stepney, when you had Sire, we had Bromley, we had Bowman, I think. So I think that kind of assisted other teams to have a chance to qualify. So quarterfinal it's a knockout stage. It's a longer game now. Because I think a lot of teams had the advantage with 20-minute straight games. You score 1 goal, you can defend and see out the game. Whereas now in the quarterfinals, 15 minutes each half, 30 minutes game, the quality has to be there, has to be proven. I think more experience in the Premiership have the advantage, so to speak, in compared to the other teams. So if Hawk and Eagle can stop Stepney Legends for the first half, the second half they can sneak a goal, there's a chance. But reality, I think Stepney Legends should win the game comfortably. If I'm being honest.
It was one of those, like I said, where Hawk and Eagle managed to qualify without scoring a goal. Well done, Hawk and Eagle Vets. Good luck to you against Stepney Legends. London Tigers against the Bromley Legends. The Legends, you two can talk about it. You're not quite there yet, but hey, you know what, you can talk about them. The Bromley Legends last season weren't great. 6s and 7s in the Vets League. This season, you're looking like you're made of sterner stuff. Who wants to tell me about it?
Look, they've changed a few players. They did recruit. We did play them yesterday with the exhibition. I'm sure he will tell us yesterday. Look at his smile on him. And they've changed a few players. They did have a goalkeeper missing. I think they recruited a goalkeeper as well. So they've made a few changes, and all for the good cause, of course. And look, you can see the dramatic change from last season to this season, and they're doing well in the league as well.
They are indeed. London Tigers, I heard a conversation, an informal conversation that was had not so long ago, and London Tigers are a spent force. Do you write them off at their peril?
Well, last season they were on top of the form, but they didn't qualify the group stages. This year, I think the priority was to qualify. In terms of performance, I don't think they got challenged in the group stages from the games I watched. But obviously in the quarterfinal and semi-finals going to be played this Thursday, I think obviously with likes of Bromley, Weavers, ELS, I think it'll be more challenged. So I won't say they're the favourites. I think it'll be challenging, because at this moment of time I can see 3 or 4 teams going for the title itself. It won't be just London Tigers.
So it's open this time round. So in ELS Vets playing Workhouse, that was a Division 2 game last season.
They've played each other, I think, a number of times.
And a number of times.
They're both in Division 1 now.
Now they're both in Division 1. But now they're meeting in a cup.
One thing I have to say about ELS Vets, they are nearly out of the cup, and they're playing G7, a top side in Division 1. They're 2-0 down. In a 20-minute game, they actually came back to win the 3-2 to qualify and on goal difference. And the team, I think they are one of the dark horses, because a lot of teams are finding it difficult to play against them. The way they play, the way they control and pass.
But we said that last season. I think now they're established in the league. They know what they need to do, isn't it?
But other teams are finding it difficult. In the group stage, you've seen other teams, even Bromley played against them. They find it difficult to beat this team. This is a team, I think potentially, I think they can go all the way. ELS, for me, I think they're one of the dark horses because no one's taking them or looking at them as a serious contender. And they're one of the dark horses, and they play one of the best footballs for me. Being a Division 1 side as well, not in Premiership. Obviously, Weavers being the cup holders, won it twice.
Well, I was going to say, do Weavers have it in them to win it 3 times in a row?
They do with the attacking force, but I'm not too sure with the defence because defence is slightly shaky. But the forward players they have, they're quite clinical, and I think if they can't score, then that'll be a problem.
Shakir, who's your money on?
Who's my money on? I fancy Workhouse. I really don't want to go against what he's just said. Now the Workhouse I've seen a few times and they're really good. They did well last season and I think they'll continue doing that.
Workhouse did do well last time round to make a final and then they realised what it was like. But they've had a taste. They know what it's like to get that far. They know what they need to do.
The only problem is behind the scene what I've seen is because they've got a new B side, Workhouse Elite, they've kind of like split players, so they're not as strong as last season. Yes, they qualified. Again, in terms of match play, it wasn't as good as last season. Last season, they were prolific. The way they played, the possession, the pace. This season, they're lacking that. And maybe because of the split of players, we've got 2 teams, it could be a factor. But they haven't played the way they played last season. So again, it's there for them to prove everyone else wrong and obviously go further. But for me, it's a question mark with Workhouse.
It's would I be right in saying then that the whole rule around being cup tied now means that players, now that you've got to this stage, so Cybets B cannot bring a player
No,
over
they're cup tied, yeah.
Workhouse Vets can't believe. So is it a shame that we can't have a particular Workhouse elite player playing now in a quarter-final?
It was quite strange to see, which I heard rumours is coming down, but I had to see.
Was he recognised, before we tell you who he was he recognised?
Yes,
or was
because a lot of guys local know him, like from Bromleys and Bowmans, they recognise because he used to be in the local area. Professional player, Daniel Shitu, played for, I think, Millwall, played for QPR, Bolton.
He's international player.
So he's been around, and it was fascinating to see a professional player come and play in the Vets League, and a lot of people did recognise him, and it's refreshing. I was quite surprised to see him, to be honest, but it was nice to see him on the pitch. Didn't perform as we expected to that level because it's a fast game. A lot of people have this, oh, it's a Vets game, how hard can it be? They soon got a taste of it. It's a fast game, and it's not as easy as everyone thinks it is. So, but credit to Daniel coming down and playing in the Vets League. It was quite refreshing and nice to see a professional player, taking part.
Well done to you, Daniel, if you're watching, and if you're not, why not? You should be watching, and just to show you that we're not really that starstruck, we didn't even take a picture of you to show on this show. But never mind, next time we'll make sure we do, and maybe we can get you sitting in one of these expensive chairs talking to me, or even better, talking to Rash. The Veterans League Cup Final will take place this Thursday. Make sure you're there. Quarterfinals will take place, and then the semi-finals take place
straight away the same night.
Same night. And then the finals will take place
end of the season.
End of the season. Who's your money on? These guys reckon it's going to be an ELS Workhouse final. Can't happen because they're both meeting in the quarterfinals. Let me come back to you just very quickly now, Mr. Amin. You are a few years away from becoming a vet.
Not that many, actually.
Well, there's still a few. I mean, that almost sounds like you're itching to get yourself there. But is it something that interests you, or are you very much, it looks just a little bit too much, it's got to come a time where I hang my gloves up?
I don't think I'm ready for the Vets yet. Even if I qualify, I don't think I'll play for the Vets
Why's
yet.
That?
I want to win the league if I can, if we can. I see that as a target. Everyone's got to have a target, but we need to work on our squad, build it a bit, get it ready. Hopefully one day we could do this.
What about management? Have you ever considered yourself as a future Bromley manager? I mean, listen, you've been there long enough. You know every brick in the house. You know how it all ticks.
I managed under-16 team, not for Bromley, for another team, and I managed a couple of games when Shoff was Bromley manager, and they were in a tour. It's hard work. I'd rather play. Or just play. Calling up players, who's going to come. I don't think I could do that.
You sure?
Yeah.
You can't lose any here, managing.
Maybe a dual manager. If me and someone else shared responsibilities, I'll take it. But on my own, I know I'm being a coward and backing out. But I think I just enjoy playing, and I want to keep that as my focus as long as I can.
It does take a particular type of person to
Yeah.
become a manager. Who would do it? Would you do it, Shaks?
No.
No?
I wouldn't listen to Shaq.
I already managed the youngsters. I think they're enough for me.
It is quite a stressful job.
Is it something you'd go back to? Right?
Would I go back to it? I've done it for I think 8-9 years, and it is really stressful. It's not just the results is one pressure. The second, as Amin said, about preparation, recruitment. There's so many factors that it solely relies on the manager. You know, from everything from refreshments to the kits, he has to allocate someone, make sure it's there. It is quite a handful job, and if the players don't support or the club management don't support, it becomes more pressurized. And if you do it for a big team, then the pressure is there to be successful and win trophies. Like so with Hamid and Arif, they can't be a management and not get to finals or win trophies. After season 1 or 2, the pressure is going to be there. How comes you haven't won a trophy, or how comes you're not in the final? They have to constantly, provide that feedback for the club. Like, at least we got to 2 finals, we won 1, we lost 1, it doesn't matter, next we challenge. They have to be in the limelight. Clubs like Stepney, Bowman, Bromley, if they're not in the limelight, to manage under heavy scrutiny, heavy pressure.
That's correct.
True, everybody agrees with that, I think. Can I show you something? I'm paying attention, I'm just looking at here what's on the screen. I'll show it to you if you like. Rolling the next screen for the viewers, please. There we go. We'll get there. We'll get there. We're working together. It's been a while. We're getting there. We're getting there. Look. That's all right. So anyway, what I wanted to do is I just wanted to show you this. That 3 fixtures took place last Sunday. We spoke about the ILFL Cup final, which you've seen there. 2 games took place, 1 in the Premier Division, 1 in the First Division. Redcoat, who were already runaway winners of the First Division, drew 2-2 with AMY, just playing out their remaining fixtures. St Catherine's beat Reach Out by 5-1. Now, is that a case of St Catherine's trying to cement their position in the Premier Division and Reach Out just thinking we couldn't win it, so we're just going through the motions?
It was, but St Catherine's still needed to play and get the win, and because they had no choice, because it's either them or Hawk and Eagle that gets relegated at the end of the season. And for them to win 2 games back to back is quite astonishing, to be honest. They couldn't get a win all season.
Now,
all of a sudden, Hawk and Eagle thought they relaxed and everything. They beat Bromley, and now they beat Reach Out, which was definitely not the cards. To 6 points, 6 out of 6 points was definitely no. Now the pressure is on Hawk and Eagle. They must win their last remaining games.
Which is against?
It should be. Actually, I can't remember. I think.
Love it. See, it put everybody on the spot there. Do you know what? I will let you know.
We got St Catherine's.
Sorry?
No, you already played them. You
No.
seen them.
Then we got Hawk and Eagle then.
Are you sure?
Probably.
Yeah, I
Are you
think
sure?
we got Hawk.
Yeah.
I put my,
didn't see that
We got Hawk
combination.
and Eagle. We got Hawk
Sure?
and Eagle, yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, so Hawk and Eagle need to
we
beat
got
Bromley
Hawk
to
and Eagle.
survive.
So, Bromley, does that mean that you can decide the fate at either end of the table, it seems, doesn't it, with games to come?
We lack the power.
Well, don't you as well? I mean, because sometimes people would think, do you know what, we'll just, go through the motions and take our foot off and play in second gear, but knowing the Bromley that I know, if you feel that you can affect things at both ends, you're going out there and you're going to play at 100%.
I mean, regardless who it affects, you can't go on the pitch with the mentality not to win the game. I mean, who goes to a game, we'll play half-hearted, what's the point turning up? Even if you have players with that attitude, we don't need them in the squad. So we're going to go out for a win, we'll see what happens.
It's a different Bromley. One week they're really good and amazing, and then the second week they're absolute shambles. So you never know which Bromley turn
A
up.
bit like Liverpool, innit?
You don't know which turn. You're absolutely right.
Do you know what? I'm going to leave these guys to argue about it. We'll sort it out in the break, which we have to take right now, and we'll see you on the other side. The ILFL Soccer Night Show will be back for part 3 soon. See you later.